All right. Do I have sound? Oops. Oh. I'm in the land of the living. Hi, everybody. I'm just going to turn my fan on before it becomes a problem. Merry Christmas 2023. I think the last time was just after New Year's 2023. Lots been going on. I caught COVID at a company Christmas party, and I've been ill for several weeks now. I'm mostly better, but it's Christmas Eve, almost 6 p.m. My family is out having Christmas supper, but I do not want to infect my family, my grandpa, and even my dad have been having some health problems. I don't want to pass on anything to them. So it's just a lonely Christmas evening. This isn't my first workout since I caught COVID. It's my third. I've gone very light and I've been limited with what I can do. Merry Christmas, Luke Skywalker 325. I am not able to broadcast my voice how I normally would. Still recovering. A little bit cold right now, so I'm going to get on the bike. I'm going to get the blood moving. I'm doing this entirely by ear, but I figured now was a good time to come on. Once I'm a little bit warmer, the shirt will come off again. I'll start flexing but I intend to just do some pull-ups today. I might throw in some other stuff for how I'm feeling. I'm not going to push myself too hard. I'm hopefully going to have some good exercise for the muscles. But when it gets to the part where it gets hard to continue, I'm just going to stop. I got my. Oh, I still got. Where's Frank? I got some. That's my Christmas decoration right there, and my pull-up bar. But yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer that I can't have Christmas supper with my family this year, but I'm here with you guys instead. So I am going to just get right into it. I'm going to move that. I haven't been on Twitch in a year. I haven't really watched anything for Twitch. Let's see if I can. And just like that, I'm back on my phone. I'm going to open up my phone so I can see chat while I'm on the bike. And I will turn up the volume. How are you doing? I imagine anyone here is likely in a similar boat that I am. Maybe just a little bit lonely on Christmas Day. Or maybe you're well fed after a good supper and can you hear me from back here? That's the next question. As long as you guys can, like, it shows the bar moving. Who's that? Mike Woods, how's it going? Flex. I'm quite a bit heavier than when I last streamed, and I've actually been losing some weight. Been doing a little bit of a cut. While I was gone, life has been a little bit difficult. I caught COVID in 2022 and almost died. This time was it was just like a little bit of a flu. It wasn't so bad. I caught the COVID tongue, which was weird, having scales all over your tongue. But I was off work for about 2-3 months, and then not this time, like back in 2022, and then I was behind on work. I didn't really fully catch up on my work until about August this year. But also, while I wasn't streaming as much, for about a year, unbroken, I trained my legs twice a week. So I got, my legs are quite a bit stronger. Currently, I'm about 210 pounds. A couple months ago, I got up to about 230. But I still held it well. Like, I still had abs. It's just everything was a little bit less cut. But what happened is I put on about 15 pounds. I put on about like 10 to 15 pounds in too short of a period, because I was working 12 to 14-hour days consistently for about like 5 weeks or so, and I was snacking constantly. I just sitting there eating snacks. I was having up to 5,000 calories a day, and I was still hungry. So once I got on that period, I purged my diet, started counting calories, got my hormones under wraps, and before I caught COVID, I was in a good place where I was almost intuitively eating, in that I wasn't tracking calories, but I was still eating a lot of high-filling, low-calorie foods, and I was dropping half a pound a week. Oh, that's it. Where the hell have I been? Yeah, you're alone on Christmas? Well, I'm here with you. There's togetherness there. But Mr. Banda, I can't really speak too well right now. Like, even now, I'm out of breath. And like, I was a cardio machine just up until recently. I was biking to work all throughout the summer. I would burn up to 750 calories in 50 minutes on the stationary bike, and my legs would be in so much pain after, but I was a well-oiled machine. Now, I've mostly, like, I've been testing negative for a week now, but I've still, well, I've been less than a week. This last week I tested negative, but I've still got the symptoms, the brain fog, the cough, the runny nose. My day, it's all right. It's Christmas. I'm keeping myself entertained. I told you guys after I'd warmed up, the shirt would come off, but I don't have a lot of energy right now. I'm not able to push as hard. It's that gassed me out, and that was only like 5 minutes. Oh, but the brain fog is real. So this is me at whatever weight I'm at now. I got been spending. Well, thanks, Mike. Life's been difficult for over a year, and it's just been easier to train at the gym. I'm spending a lot of time on my legs. So I'm getting a little bit more. So how I caught COVID this time was very interesting. I went to a company Christmas party, which was done pretty early in December, like beginning of December. And then I went to work on Monday. I was fine. It happened over the weekend. Went to work Monday. It was fine. I went to the gym. I was squatting 385 pounds. I was doing pause squats. So coming down and pausing. Actually, my legs are a little bit stiff right now. How was I doing? So I was going a little bit wider, coming down, and I'm sitting, and then squeezing up. And suddenly I just started getting a headache. My nose is running. So my head started hurting. I'm like, oh man, every time I pushed up, like I got down fine, I squeezed, it's like, oh, I'm feeling it in my brain. And then, okay, I'm gonna put squats aside. Then I started doing deadlifts, and I failed at, like, I did 385, failed at 405. I can't remember the last time I failed at 405 pounds. And I'm just like, man, like something's wrong with me today. I don't know what it is. And so I'm like, okay, put away the big weights. I'm just going to do like something like calves. And I'm doing calves. And I basically, I got out of the, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Got out of the gym and then pretty much collapsed downstairs. Barely got home. And it was all in my head at the start. Like, it was just, my head was pounding. The next day, I spent the entire day in bed. And then I woke up the next day with scales all over my tongue and my first actual cold symptoms. And so I tested myself, turned out positive. Oh my God. Still swole. No dad bod. No. Even when I was up to 230 recently, still no dad bod. It's just I was less cut. But right now I'm actually a little bit puffy because it's been a couple weeks since I've been able to work out, and I lost quite a bit of weight while I was sick, and I put at least all the water weight back on like right away. So I'm looking at myself and I'm a little bit more puffy than I have been. I can just, especially like in the arms. But my focus for the last year and a half has all been my legs. Yeah, it's good. So it's good to see familiar faces. I don't think I've had more than a handful of, like, more than, I don't know, like 2 streams where Vanda didn't come by and say hi. I got Mike Woods, Luke Skywalker, and Mr. Banda. Oh, so let's take you with me. Let's just not start doing some pull-ups. So the new additions I have is I have a proper squat rack. This is like heavy duty. Right now I've got stuff over top of it, but oh man, that hurts my brain. So I got a proper squat rack. I can finally bench heavier weights safely at home, and I also have those what do you call these, adjustable weights, the power block. So those up to 90 pounds each. So if I go down to the bottom, man, I thought this was easier to move. Yeah, 90 pounds each. So this whole thing, 90 pounds. But I had a couple of physical setbacks over the last little bit. February 2022, I pinched a nerve in my neck. I was bench pressing 275. I did like a set of 6 or 8. I don't remember. And then as I was going to go re-rack the weights, this young guy comes by and hits the bar on me on my left side. So this side got racked. This side and I was already taxed. So to re-rack it, I pushed this way and I pinched a nerve in my neck. I'm still dealing with that. I had it resolved for a while, but it keeps coming back, particularly when I'm bench pressing, or if I'm like sitting with bad posture, I can feel like tingling running down my neck. Doesn't hold me back too much, but I'm currently limiting the exercises that would aggravate it because I want to give it more time to fully heal. And then another thing that is, before I caught COVID, I'd strained my hand a little bit. I sort of pulled these 2 fingers, and so I'm going to do some pull-ups today. But I don't have a really strong grip in my right hand right now. Luke Skywalker, thanks for subscribing. I don't feel like I deserve it per se. I'm not actively streaming, but I'm glad you're here with me. This is my Christmas party, and you guys are all welcome. Yeah, and there's a couple of exercises I've been working on. There's this YouTuber, Squat University, and I was trying out one of his options for pull-ups, and I've always heavily focused on pull-ups, or at least on my back. Over the last year, I've been mostly maintaining my back. I haven't really been pushing the boundaries to make it grow too much. My focus has been legs first, and then just hit a back. Like, I've been still lifting heavy, still training hard, but I'm not pushing the boundaries of recovery. So recovery, training, and as soon as I can, training, recovery. I'm getting a little bit more recovery than what would be optimal for muscle growth. But once again, limited energy. Life's been very hectic, and I want my legs to grow. But back to Squat University's program is, instead of repping out like 10 plus pull-ups, to instead have each individual pull-up be tight and then contract and explode, so that each individual pull-up is of high quality, and so and then with and then you can get some volume in there, but the focus on each pull-up is to be of high quality and not letting it slip after, like, you do 10 and then the quality of the pull-up starts to slip, as well as generating explosive power, and then also helping you later get to more pull-ups. And so what that will look like, this bar is going to be a little bit, this turns, and it's also a little bit thin, which is a little bit off-putting to me. But it starts with the hands, squeeze as hard as you can, contract the back muscles and get everything in line, right down to your legs, get everything tight, and then explode once, and then get the bar to the chest. And then take a breath, wait a second, do it again. And so I'm here, retract my scapula, and have that explosive pull-up. So retract. And I haven't, and for me, I found this, it's been a good warm-up. I'm less prone, it's less taxing on my grip, and I'm less prone to strain myself right out of the gate. So, but big squeeze on the bar. Then come down, take a second. I re-grip, get really tight. So from the front. Oh, I got a new chatter here. I'll take a look at that in a second. I don't know. Hopefully I was fully in frame. I wasn't. I think my head is off the screen, but I also moved the pull-up rack, so who knows? So really big squeeze. Get that chest to the bar. I don't have my music on, I just realized. I've always had my music on and can groove a little bit. But I can feel already my throat is a little bit sore from the talking. That's enough of that. Last one was a little bit sloppy. Masto Ruthless. What's Gucci, bro? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. Now, bodybuilding pull-ups is hypertrophy. You feel the burn, then you start counting. But I'm not able to, like, what's been lingering with me the most from COVID is brain fog. Like from here up, it stings a little bit every time I breathe. And so my superpower, the thing that I have that most people don't, is a propensity to suffer. I can push myself to a point where, like, most people would quit, and I would still push through. And especially my younger self. My younger self was a crazy maniac who, like I will probably never be as strong as I was, but I also remember everything I did to get there, and just the thought of reproducing that effort is very daunting to me right now. But right now, I'm paying attention to my limits. I don't want to be like overly sick tomorrow. I don't want to tax my immune system tonight. I don't want to be like push till I'm about to collapse. I just want to test the waters, get back into it. My family, they are having Christmas supper without me right now. But that's my decision. They, my grandpa's health has been declining very rapidly over the pandemic, or since the pandemic, and my dad has some health issues that he's dealing with, and I would never forgive myself if I passed on Cove to them and something happened. So they're all at my aunt's right now. Spoke with them this morning. They may call me yet, and if they call me, I will probably put the stream on pause for a bit to have that conversation, because that's obviously important. Oh yeah, the chest bumps. All right, so let's do a little bit of flexing, see how I look right now. I'm a little bit puffy right now because I didn't really eat for 2 weeks, and I just laid down, didn't work out, nothing, just was focused on recovery. And then when I started feeling better, I put back on probably about half the weight I lost, but it's just sitting a little bit. But I'm gonna flex, and just because I'm starting to feel I'm already recovered and ready to go to do some more pull-ups. Especially I see it in my arms. My arms aren't as, particularly my biceps, they're not as, I don't know, hard, if hard is the word, they're more, they're softer. Got my back. I obviously can't see my back, but I'll take a look at it later. See if I can probably see my rear deltoid. Not gonna lie, it's taking a lot of energy out of me to flex right now. I'm actually feeling it in the shoulder. But the last year or so, at least since I've been gone, and the reason why I've been training at the gym instead of streaming my workouts is it's just easier to do leg workouts, and I've been doing 2 leg workouts a week. Every leg workout, I'm squatting. Every leg workout, I'm primarily focusing on squat one of the days. The other day, it's some other exercises, but I still throw some squats in there. Oop, first time chatter. Random question: if you could choose anyone to get tickled as a prank, who would it be? Like somebody to tickle me, or for me to tickle somebody else? That's I don't know. That's. Do I have a tan? No, I don't. I don't think I have a tan. It's just. My ass has grown over the last year or so. To get them tickled. But you don't have to tickle. I'm probably putting more thought into that than I should. See, there's a couple avenues of intention that you could go behind that, right? Like there could be tickling in the aspect of the enjoying having your hands on somebody, and that could be erotic or not. But if I would have to choose somebody to get tickled, that would be my baby sister, and it would be somebody else who I don't mind if they get smacked, because my baby sister outweighs me by quite a bit, and my dad taught her how to throw a punch, and she puts her weight behind there, and if you touch her neck or her ears, she will beat the crap out of you. And so I would just enjoy, like, hey, go tickle her ear, and I'd sit back and watch as somebody got the crap smacked out of them. That would be my go-to. More pull-ups. So, hope that answers. Okay. I do not remember how to it's been a year. I click, follow, whisper, add as guest. There we go. I don't want, I think, okay. I think I've done it. There we go. More pull-ups. I got Frank, and then my little Christmas light. big feet on the bar. It's a little bit better if you actually get your hand on it. Here, it's a little bit too thin, so my hand is wrapping around. But same as last set. Here, retract the scapula or the shoulder blades, like whatever. I don't know. My brain can't think too well right now. But here, retract and explode. So I'm getting my chest to the bar. Taking a second after every rep to really get a good grip on the bar. Take a breath. I didn't retract properly before I started. It's okay. No. This is tiring me out. I'm just going to rep it out really quick. That's good enough. I don't want to push myself. Oh, dips. I might do some dips later. If I were to do them, I do them on this bar right here. My go-to is I'd have elastics, wrap them around the frame, put them over my shoulder, just hold them, and then I'd push my own weight as well as elastics. Oh. I just don't have a ton of energy right now. Oh, I missed that. So he said, like a celebrity. So you say Justin Bieber as you find. Okay. Yeah, going after somebody who's arrogant, but as a thought experiment is a little bit different than how that would play out in real life, of course. Oh, I can boom, boom, boom. So I got 7 viewers. Appreciate you guys all here. Mr. Banda. Oh, Merry Christmas, everybody. Welcome to my personal Christmas party this year. Thank you for being here with me. I had the idea earlier. Somebody had messaged me on Instagram and like, we missed your stream. And I'm thinking like, you know what? I'm already feeling a little bit down, just being out of commission this Christmas. And I tested the waters a little bit before, and I'm improving every day. So by New Year's, I should be well out of this quagmire. But in the meantime, I'm here. I'm glad to be here. I somewhat refuse to just mope around at home and feel sorry for myself. So what can I do? Take active steps on to something that's going to make me feel better, make my night a little bit better. And you guys are delivering. A bunch of wholesome people in here right now. Oh, okay, let's do some more pull-ups. I'm just gonna rep them out instead of I should turn my music on. That's what I should do. So if you see me dancing, it's because I have music that I can hear, but my computer filters it out so that you can't hear it.
and then I don't get DMCA'd, and I can enjoy my music and I can dance around. Oh, it looks like it's picking this up. Okay, if you guys can hear my music, you gotta tell me, because then I gotta fix it. Okay, I turned it on and my music just stopped. Oh, I got an ad. No way, this is a 30-second ad. That's lame. Echelon, how's it going? I'm gonna catch up after I do this set of pull-ups. And because you're here, instead of just repping them out, I'll show you what I was doing. One pull-up at a time, trying to have every pull-up of high quality, explosiveness, or very explosive. And it starts from having a really good grip on the bar. Everything stays tight, retract, and then explode up, get the chest to touch the bar. So, like this. My rack is moving on me, guys. So here, retract, explode. Oh, that was bad. Oh. So I'm also quite a bit heavier than I have been when I was streaming regularly. I'm about like pushing 210 right now. I have not watched anything on Twitch in a while, with the exception of if I wanted to buy a video game, I would watch somebody play it on Twitch for like 20 minutes and then decide if I want to buy it or not. Even when I put on some weight, I still pay attention to my body fat percentage. I haven't, this takes so much energy out of me. I don't have that little extra oomph today. But I got my music now. I have not lost weight. Trust me. I'm probably like 10, 15 pounds heavier than the last time you saw me. But my legs have been growing. This light is not good for the legs, so it's not showing off my cone. But I'm also a little bit like, I'm more puffy after catching COVID. So all I care about right now is sculpting my legs. I have semi-good chest genetics. Sensors going for the pull-up. Okay. There was a point in time where I could have broken world records for pull-ups, but it's not something that I could ever train for. It was, imagine somebody who can do about like 30 pull-ups at once at like, I don't know, 215 pounds lots of back muscle, and then imagine them getting their legs chopped off, and then so suddenly they lost a bunch of weight, and that's what happened. Like I didn't lose my legs, but I had 2018. I was in really good shape, like almost my best I've ever been, and then I herniated my disc and I tore my glute, and all I could do was pull-ups. I couldn't carry weight. I couldn't bend over. I couldn't train. I couldn't like all I could do was pull-ups, and my legs shriveled up. I dropped like 60, 70 pounds in a very short period of time. And it was like an injury that is like not healthy, but I kept enough back strength that I could do over 40 pull-ups straight, just bam, bam, like because I was so light and I still kept enough back muscle that I was just that made me tired. That made me dizzy. And it's not something I'd ever be able to reproduce in my entire life. I couldn't train to do that, but it was a very interesting time. And the closest analogy I could explain is it was like having a really strong man, having his legs cut off, and still keeping all his upper body mass and still just doing pull-ups without all that with having it doing a pull-up and having it like with half your body weight, losing like a third of your body weight. But anyways, that's a story from a long time ago. I'm just gonna rep these out now. But I'm not gonna be pulling it until I strain. Once it gets difficult, I'm gonna call it a set because I'm not 100% right now, but I'm happy to be here. And I keep saying this because I have to remind myself, don't push it, right? Like it feels good. I want to hit the ground. I want to roar. I want to just go. But calm down. You're recovering. Ease into it. Don't tax your immune system because I want to be able to visit my family over New Year's, and I don't need any more setbacks. All right, so I'm just gonna wrap it. All right, so 11 of them. If I didn't, how is Christmas? Well, this is my Christmas right here. I still have some symptoms. I did start testing negative for COVID, but with everything I know about the research that's been done on it, I could still be contagious. And so my grandpa and my dad's health haven't been doing so well. They don't need, like, if I give them COVID, it could be really bad for them. So I called time of death today. I called my family. I'm like, I'm not able to make it out. I'm sorry, but I think it's for the best. And then so I'm thinking to myself, it's like, I don't want to sit here and feel bad about myself on Christmas. Let's take some action on something that I can do. And here I am. I'm doing a thing, and you guys are here with me. This is my Christmas party. It's I haven't had Christmas supper yet. I'm eating leftovers today, but I like leftovers. You guys can't hear my music, can you? Thank you. So I can keep it going. I got a little bit scruffy. I'm getting my first gray whiskers in here. It's just in here, nothing up here yet. And it's like I could probably count them. I could probably count them all on both hands. So I've still had to take precautions for COVID, and I still caught it. The one time I let down my precautions for a company Christmas party, I caught COVID. It sucked. But I've actually gone out swing dancing recently, and so I've been enjoying that a lot. There's this woman and her fiance who are trying to bring swing dancing to this end of the city. And so they are teaching at a junior high school. It's in their gym, so there's lots of space. I don't have to work, good ventilation, and there's just a few people, so I can limit. So it's a risk I'm willing to take, but it's been fun, and I've forgotten how deep my theoretical knowledge and understanding is towards leading and following, but there's been a little bit of me teaching the teachers. And I remember last time I went there, it's been every Monday, every Tuesday. I was teaching the instructors how to dip properly, and and I was teaching them both the lead and the follows aspect. And there's certain things with the follow that I'm not really like. A lot of it's an illusion. Like the follow leans back, and you're not actually like taking them down. It's her hip is down, and then the hip is down, and this is an illusion where it comes down. As long as the hips are down, you're not keeping the hips forward and falling backwards. You lose control. If someone drops, you're going to land on your head, and the follow isn't able to participate. And so all that does allows the follows of the leader to grab you and take you down and bring you back up. But you can't do all this fancy stuff that way if the follow doesn't have their technique and isn't under control. But that's like it's so easy. Come here, down, and then up, and you can do that because you're not throwing like it's center. Okay, I got excited to think about this, but. You always pluck your gray whiskers, drive you. Yeah, I'm mortal too. I'm getting my first ones here. But like, and then as a lead, it's both center and mass. I can like no matter what move I'm doing, I can take them, bring them into a dip right away because I'm just all I have to do is throw their arm over my shoulder, then hold them here, and then I can just do a little like I don't need to go down deep. I just give them a little bit of that, and as they're coming in, they follow through, and then they're out, and it looks nice. Doesn't feel very much on the follow, and they're like that's it. I'm like, that's it. Looks great, but then you can hit beat, so the stuff is happening. All of a sudden, it's like bam, and you're here at a dip. So instead of throwing it around my shoulder, I can throw it around my waist, and their center mass is in front of me. If I want to take them down, I take myself outside their center mass, and then when I go down. Their hips should still be down, right? But even when their hips are down, they can still come down. And then like if I'm down here, I can actually like walk around with them because I'm outside. Like I could dip them, spin around, and that's the same way you do neck dips, where you get the hand on the back of their neck, and then stand inside their center mass, take them down, and take them back up with that hand on the neck the whole time. If they're doing this, that's gonna be a lot of pressure on the neck. Whereas if they're doing something like, I'm happy to talk about dancing. All right. Oh shit. You still can't see. Right. Whereas it's as simple as, look, my hips are down. I'm relaxed. I'm hanging out here. Right. Whereas opposed to being like, oh my God, there's a lot of pressure on my shoulder. And so no, I'm relaxed. I'm down. I can change the angles of my body a bit, but it's not my dance class, and they've only had one couple that they've been teaching, and because it's not my dance class, I have to be very conscious to let them teach the way that they want to teach. Although there has been a couple moments where it's been a little bit cringy to me, where they it's this woman that I know and her fiance who I just met, and her fiance started dancing over the pandemic, so I never met him. And the cringy part is them bickering in the middle of the class, or like one moment is early in the lesson, he's taking the responsibility to teach the leads. She's taking the responsibility to teach the follows, because she's a better dancer, but she doesn't know it from the leads perspective, and she just sort of knows what she feels, like how she's being led. But he was explaining, okay, so if I send somebody backwards, they continue backwards until you stop them, and then okay, we're stopped, right? And you can get redirected. But if I don't stop you, just keep going backwards, right? Like I didn't stop, like just keep going. And then then at the very end of the lesson, the couple that was there was like, hey, can you give us a demo and show us what this dance would actually look like for us at a higher level? And so a couple things were cringy for me right there. One was that they wanted to see the dance that they had taught, and the guy, her fiance, and led her through a different dance. It wasn't the same thing that they were just learning. And what he wanted to show them is you can throw all these different dance styles in at the set, like it all can come together. But that's not what this couple had asked for. They'd asked for, what is this? What is this? What does what you taught us look like at a higher level? But the part that I found was cringy was he led her into a move, and he didn't stop her, so she could keep going back, right? And because she did, but she stopped, and so she stopped. It's like, haha, I caught, like, see, this is exactly like he stopped dancing to like point out that you didn't do what I told you. He literally said, like, you didn't do what I told you to. And see, this is what I was telling you earlier, but like what I saw was, one, he tricked her, which it's like if you try to surprise somebody, you're going to succeed. And after the lesson was over, that was the very end, I took her to dance with her, and I did all the stuff that he was trying to trick her on, and I led it in a way that it should be led, and she followed it all without knowing it was, like, without realizing what I was doing. And I was showing her like it's supposed to be easy, and but what happened in his position, right, is he was like, okay, come, like, get, like, so if I'm going to stop you, right, like if I'm going to pull you forward, if I pull you forward, I can physically stop you, or if you're coming back with me, I can put my hand on your back to stop you. But what I can also do is I say, come forward, and I'll just stand there. And then if I stand there, you're not going to walk through me. My physical presence is going to stop you. And so they were both going backwards, and he wanted her to continue backwards without him, but he was standing partially in her way. So she was already, and it was an awkward zone where, like, she was getting ready to get her arm up on top of his shoulder, because she's like, oh, you're in a weird, like, so I was going to get my arm up, so I get around, and because she was looking at him, she stopped going back because his physical presence was stopping her. So not only did he trick her, but he stopped her and he looked at her, and he's like, and then she's like, oh my, like, okay, you're right here, and it's like, no. So I subtly was like, I got distracted with that. I'm gonna do another set of pull-ups, and this is gonna be my last set of pull-ups. I can feel all that talking sort of took out half the capability of my throat today. I used about half the words, or half my speaking ability, just being excited in that story to share. The light is a little bit not the best. Maybe is this better? I don't know. But last set of, maybe I'll do a set of shut. No, I'm just gonna do a set of pull-ups. Rep mode. I literally probably could have done like another 4 or 5 there, but I think 15 is a good number. My Christmas lunch was guacamole and chips. Mine was leftover stew, and that's gonna be my supper too. A little bit of runny nose. But yeah, putting her on the spot like that in the class setting, I couldn't look at them when it was happening. I was embarrassed by proxy. But overall, they made it up to that couple later because after the lesson was over, no one else showed up. And so I could have my own ideas about how to teach these things and disagree with them. But after everything was said and done, she went with the guy of the couple. He went with the girl of the couple. And they spent like a good 45 minutes, like one-on-one individual attention. And the amount of effort that they were putting into making this thing work would override any opinions I would have on this or that. Like that amount of energy that they put in to make, like to get people back, wins out in the end. Because it's not easy building a community. And in my end of the city, there's not really any dancers that live out here. So everybody goes towards the city center. And often, like coming out here is seen as too far out of the way. I'm going to grab some water. I'll be right back. And I'm back. So I think I'm going to do some barbell rows. I think that's going to be next on the agenda. I'll see how I can set this up. But like I can find my energy is running out fast. It's been an hour. I might have another half an hour left in me. I wonder how much I should lift here. So, I don't know how much weight this is. So, 30 pounds, what is 70 pounds is blue. So let's go yellow. I will go 60-pound dumbbell rows. 60-pound dumbbell. Oh, get out the power block. All right. Honestly, putting my head horizontal, I don't know what's doing, but it's messing up something up here. I don't know what that, like I was getting lightheaded. Ooh. Merry Christmas, everybody. What's funny is it doesn't look like that many people were interested in my dance story because my viewers dropped by like 10. But hopefully they left to do some Christmas entertainment and are living their best lives. And or those are not mutually inclusive. Oh. Glad you're here, Echelon. I got to see a lot of familiar faces today. Oh. Problem is I was just getting caught up on my work for the first time since August 2022. And then I got COVID again. And now I'm behind on my work again. It's very frustrating. So I'm gonna have to hit the ground running. I was working last week, but I was still ill, and I was only good for a couple of hours a day. And everything I had, I gave it. It was a very stressful job that I got done, dust my hands of it, but it wasn't progressing me to get back on track. It's just something that had to get done. It was in the way. Yeah, I made it through. Yeah, so this is me at 210 pounds, give or take. Oh. I think when I started streaming, I was 190. But when I started streaming, I also had it, like, before that, I hadn't been able to train my legs for 2 years. From 2018 to 2020, I couldn't train my legs because of an injury. And then my legs bounced back really, like my legs got thick, but they were no longer shaped and sculpted the way that they used to be. And so my legs, I've been sculpting my legs, but it's a process that's going to take like another year and a half before I'm halfway happy. But I'll get there. Yeah, thank you. Let's do another. Like I don't know what it was. As soon as my head went horizontal, it was just. It's like I had static going on up here, and it was just. That's the like brain fog is like what I think it is I've more or less recovered from COVID. Still, I may or may not be contagious. Who knows? Testing negative, but the trauma on the body is real, and the body needs time to recover. And I think that's what my brain fog is. But it stings a little bit with it. My brain stings a little bit with every breath. But it's only a matter of time before I become very cardiovascular again. I'll be biking to work again this summer, racing the cars, averaging 40 kilometers plus an hour on my bike, and that's including stopping at all stoplights. And all right, next step. Well, this one's much easier. I don't know what it was. Maybe I bent over too quickly. That one felt a lot better. That one was, I kept my thoughts about me that whole set. But I literally remember the moment I caught, like I was at the gym, I was squatting 385. I'm going to finish this set and I'll explain again. Like I brought up at the beginning, but So I was at a company Christmas party on a Saturday, first Saturday in December. Monday I went to work, everything was fine. My dad called me. He's like, "Are you coming to the Christmas party? Like tell me the details." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be there." Uh, and then I'm like, "I gotta let you go. I'm going to the gym." I get to the gym. I'm squatting 385, but I'm doing pause squats, and I'm going in a little bit wider, high bar back squat, getting down. I'm just sitting, and then squeezing up, right? And I kept increasing the weight. I got to 385. I was planning to go heavier, but when I pushed up on 385, it's like I felt it in my head, and I'm just like, "Whoa, that was crazy. What was that?" And I started getting a headache. Okay, I just got a little bit of a headache right now. Like maybe I got a migraine. I don't know. Maybe I pulled something in my neck. But I'm just like man. So I stopped doing squats, but I'm gonna do deadlifts. Deadlifts are a little bit easier because I'm not gonna have the weight on me, and I just gotta pick it up. I get up to 405 pounds. I actually failed a 405 pound squat, and I'm like, I haven't failed a 405 pound squat like since I was like 27, and okay, so today doesn't count. Today I'm off. I'm just gonna go do some light machine. Like I'll do calves, I'll do hamstrings on the machine. But I got to the calves and very quickly, like I did like 1 or 2 sets, and I collapsed downstairs at the gym. I'm like I can't. Something's wrong. I gotta go home. Collapsed, picked myself up, got home. I slept through all Tuesday. I just slept all day. Wednesday, I woke up in the morning. I had scales on my tongue. I had the COVID tongue, and I had like flu-like symptoms. I'm like, okay, I'm actually sick. So it's not a headache. It's not like I'm actually sick. Took a COVID test, came back positive, but not near as bad as last time. It wasn't as gross. It wasn't as like I wasn't in a dire position. It was just I had a flu for like 2 weeks, and then I recovered from the flu-like symptoms. Tested myself, came back negative, but I've still got like a little bit of runny nose, a little bit of sore throat, a little bit of brain fog, but crossbow. Yeah, the reason why I'm basically here today. So, yeah, like putting those ideas in my head, it's like, yeah, I should stream. I should stream. It's just the last last year or so. It's easier to train legs at the gym, and for about a year, I trained my legs twice a week with no interruptions, and kept that through for a full year. And so I'm heavier than right now. I'm heavier than I was, like 10, 15 pounds heavier than when I was streaming last. But I'm carrying it well. A little bit puffy because of COVID. I lost a bunch of weight and then I recovered it really quickly. Things are just not like, especially my arms. I'm seeing my arms; they're not as defined. But I put a lot of work into my legs. My ass is bigger. I got this light doesn't do me justice, but that's I got more mass in my legs now. Yeah, but I don't have much more energy in me. But this is my Christmas party, so I'll repeat this 1 or 2 more times as I got Crossbow in here now, and if anyone else comes, I might repeat it again. But my grandpa, my dad's health hasn't been doing the best. My family is currently having Thanksgiving or having Christmas supper at my aunt's place, and I do not want to take the risk of getting my grandpa or my dad sick. So I had to call time of death today, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to make it. I'm sorry, but I think it's for the best. And then rather than I was a little bit bummed out. I saw this coming, and okay, but I didn't want to just sit at home and be like uh, like a downer all night. So I'm like let's do something I can take a hold of. And I came here. I've honestly done more than I expected. This is like my third time working out since I caught COVID, but it's all been really easy stuff, and I haven't really pushed myself too hard because last time I don't want to lower my immune system. I want to be back. I want to be back in the world before the new year. That would be nice. But this is my Christmas party. I'm here with friends. I'm happy to have you all here with me. And do my standard pose here. I haven't been putting. Oh man. I'm on my last legs, guys. I'm at the limit where I think if I push myself any harder, I might not get out of bed tomorrow. But I did better than I thought I would today. I think it's just, I'm happy. I got endorphins going on. I'm glad to be here. And, but I don't want to push it. I'm just flexing there is literally from here up. It just stings a little bit. Let's get my music back on. I had for me there's the big marker in the stream was I was explaining how I did a little bit of swing dancing recently and was able to explain the situation. Yeah, it's been a little over an hour stream. I got some pull-ups in. I need a haircut. I got a fridge full of leftovers. And whoops. I'll show you my treat to myself I got for Christmas. So, was recovering from COVID, knew I was going to be home alone in the holidays, wasn't going to be able to go out. So I went to, I bought this. Product sponsorship. I haven't had, well, when I was in university, these used to be my crutch. So I would be pulling all-nighters, studying. I was taking 160% of a full engineering course load at the university, and I'd be sitting in a room alone at night at 11 o'clock at night with a giant Pepsi and Pringles. And so it's a guilty pleasure, but they don't make me feel good anymore. Like I eat them and it's like, I enjoy the food I cook. I actually cook my food. I love it, but I literally might just eat all three of these at once and then just feel terrible for the rest of the night, and then just be like, just be like in heaven. Like I don't know, it's like and not in heaven, but be like happy to do so. It's like whatever. It's Christmas. I'm gonna have like I don't need to go to bed. No, I'm not gonna eat all of them, but I'm gonna have at least one of these things just to, even though like it's not I don't shy away from junk food. It's just it doesn't make me feel good like it used to. It's just I don't know. And the junk like I make myself junk food, and the junk food I make is just so much tastier. And but like you start eating that, and it's gone. Shout out to MSG. But I think I'm done with the exercise. I'm starting to feel my throat's getting more swollen. Yeah, I was a zombie for maybe like 3 weeks or so. Beginning of December, it just wiped me on my ass, and I'm like, okay, I gotta get better. And then I had to field stuff from work. Last time I got COVID, I was almost dying, and I was getting calls like basically while I was at the hospital, and like we need to solve these problems at work, and it's just like, oh my god. This time it wasn't as bad, but I had to go in to resolve some matters with the government, and got it all done. But anyways, I appreciate everyone who's come out today. Merry Christmas. Thank you for coming out. I'm interested to go back in the video and just see what my body looks like, because I haven't done any I didn't do training for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I just started getting back into it. This is my third attempt since when I had COVID and I started to recover. I did 8 push-ups. Then I had to go lie down for 8 hours. Okay, I did 8 push-ups consecutive, and I had to go lie down for 8 hours, and I was done. Like it, and so then I was like right after like I tested negative, and then I did that, and I'm like, oh my god, like I'm just like did like the classic, oh, I'm done. But then I did a chest workout. It wasn't very long. I didn't go very hard. I didn't push myself, but I focused on getting that, stretching the muscle under load, and then having and then contracting from there. So I was focusing on the stretch, loading like the fully stretched muscle, and that's the focus. So I could get a decent. So I was sore after, but it was all muscle, and I didn't really tax my system too hard. Did a little bit. Okay, you know what? I'm done. Let's go. Then and then the next day I did squats. I didn't go heavy. I didn't push myself too hard. I took like I was very much paying attention to myself and how I felt. And the problem with streaming this right now is I'm just happy to go, and I'm talking to you guys. I'm not really taking a break and bringing my mental energy inside me internally to pay attention to what's going on. And then finally, when I started thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, my throat's a little sore. Maybe my nose is thinking a little bit. I should probably should have stopped a little bit earlier, or at the very least taken a bit to I should have planned out a way that I can do this without speaking so much. And it's the speaking that's really doing me in right now. You shot me a message. Yeah, I go on Instagram when I need I don't know, my daily cat or or animal videos. I did something today that I don't normally do. I spent 2.5 hours in bed this morning scrolling through the videos on Instagram. I haven't done that in a year. Like I'm talking I'm working. I have 5 minutes and just like, okay, let's just relax for 5 minutes and then okay, and then I'm done, move on. But like 2.5 hours just scrolling through, I found like there's a lot of it made me in a mood to come here for one. It was good. It brought me out of my situation, and it's like, but I'm going to wrap it up soon. I want to. I really want to take a nap. That's what I want to do. I want to have some water. I want to dim the lights, maybe put on some low music, and just 45-minute power nap. Wake up, maybe clean up a bit, eat, and then the world's my oyster. I can do whatever I want after that. But I think that to me is a good way to end my Christmas. Maybe I'll call my family again. I called my mother. She was dressed up as Miss Santa Claus with her husband dressed up as Santa Claus, and they were going to go to the hospital as that. And so that was very interesting to see, because I've never FaceTimed my mother before. It's always the phone. This time it was FaceTime. I was like, just whoa, you are fully dressed up as. But yeah, I wouldn't have been here without the little bit of encouragement, and I'm glad I came here. It's Christmas time in the city. But I don't think I'm going to forward you on to anybody right now. I'd have to go on to stream and I'd have to go onto Twitch and find out who's on. I haven't been on Twitch in a while. Like I'm doing this through Streamlabs OBS. I don't have any browsers open. Yeah. See, I have not been working on my lats actively for a while. It's just I've been training them hard, training them properly, but I'm not min-maxing my training versus recovery. And so I'm not training as efficiently. I'm not training to really push the limits. For me, it's mostly just because I have enough energy for my legs, and I would burn out if trying to grow everything at once. Like I can't do like 2-3 back workouts a week while I'm also training legs twice a week. So I was still training 6 days a week, but it'd be like 2 leg days, a chest day, a back day, and another chest or back day depending on how I feel, and then something else. But I don't think I'm going to send you guys over anywhere. Merry Christmas. Thanks for coming. Maybe I'll do a set of pull-ups for the road. You weren't around when I was doing my pull-ups earlier, but I've been doing a different pull-ups with different ideology for warm-ups now. I've often used pull-ups for warm-ups. Here, there's I listened to some stuff from Squat University on YouTube where he's talking about every rep, make it a high-quality rep, engage, contract, and then explode. And instead of doing like 10 consecutive, where like 8, 9, 10, the quality of the reps decreases, have like a set of 5 really good ones. And I found it's been easier on my shoulders, so my shoulders have more energy for my chest workouts. So it starts with a a really strong grip on the bar. This bar is not optimal, one, because it turns. Two, it's a little bit thin, so my hand wraps around. Like, it's better having something to actually grip. But really tight, squeeze, right? Engage, and get the chest to the bar. So I haven't done any from this angle. I'm actually feeling my little tender already. But let's, and my hands hurt too. So tight grip here, engage, and that one. This rack is moving on me. So take a breath and get ready to go again. I'll do one more. Okay. Yeah. I'm getting better every day, but I need like another, I need another like 5 days before I'd be, like another 5 days before I'd be willing to expose my presence to to family members that I care about. But thank you, everybody, and